with Mama Bear. If you're new, thanks so much for coming today. I'm so excited that you decided to hop on and see what is this video all about. Today we're going to make something called trifle. It is an English dessert, an English meaning from like England dessert, and it has like a layer of fruit, whipped cream. It can have pudding and also cake. One of my favorite desserts, cake. So before we jump right in, two things. First, make sure y'all wash your hands, please. 20 seconds hot soapy water, and don't skip on that. And yeah, make sure there's soap. Don't just get your hands wet. Secondly, if you could push the like button, the subscribe, and the notification bell. So if you want something funny in the middle of your day or the beginning of your day or at the end of the day, you can always watch one of these videos and you'll get it, boo-boo. Yes. So let's jump right in. Okay, you party people, we are ready. What I'm deciding to do is I'm doing the quick and easy way. I could make cake from scratch, but you know, that's doing a lot. So box cake mix is great. I approve that. So what I did is I opened this up and I poured out all the cake mix and I measured how much was in here. So it equaled 3.5 cups. So what I'm gonna do is divide everything by thirds. So on the recipe it says 3 eggs, so then I'm like, I just need 1 egg. So then it also says 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. So 1/3 of a cup equals 6 tablespoons, so I divide it by 3, and I have 2 tablespoons of oil. Now the water gets a little tricky, so I'm gonna need a little bit more than 1/3, but my mix, I'm gonna need 1 cup of cake mix powder, so I'm gonna get more than what I need. I'm going to take the flat side of my knife and I'm going to push off the extra, and this is called leveling it off. I'm going to put that in my bowl, and I'm also going to need, 3 tablespoons of the powder mix as well. So I'm just scooping that up, and again I'm going to level it off, so I'm just pushing this off. 1, and I always count out loud so I don't forget or lose my place. 2, 3. I feel like I was supposed to do more than that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I should have done 2.5. Oh well. That's okay. That's okay. It'll turn out just fine. Just fine. Okay, next I am going to. I should have done my egg first. Girl. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I will put in this bowl to make sure I don't get any shells. So you'll notice my egg is in some water. You won't know this, but my water is warm. This is a trick to get your cake to even fluffier or lighter if your egg is room temperature. So I took the egg out the fridge, put some warm water in here, and just let the egg sit in here for like 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna pour this water out. Okay, and then I'm gonna crack my egg and put it in my bowl. I'm going to put my shell in the trash right here. Then wipe my hands. I am making sure there's no eggshell in there. Ding! I did a good job. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. I already have my water at the 1/3 level, so I just looked at my measuring cup, made sure it's at the 1/3 line. You check it at eye level. Yep, and there is 1/3 of a cup of water, and then I need 2 tablespoons of oil. If you don't have a tablespoon, you can use a cap, but it's better to use the tablespoon if you have it. So I'm going to go really slow over my bowl. 1. Oh, I'm dripping a little bit. 2. Okay, now I'm going to stir this up. Oh, I got to add my secret ingredient. My vanilla. I could use a different flavor, but I just want a vanilla flavor today. I'm going to use 1/2 of a teaspoon. And you want to go slow because you don't want this to accidentally overfill. There we go. And now I'm going to whisk this. And we'll see what the consistency looks like. If it looks really thick, then I'm going to need a little bit more water. So let's see. What is this looking like? This looks good. Okay. I don't need the extra water. Yay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the microwave. So I'm making mug cake. So that's another, I should have said that at the beginning, bonus. We do not have to put this in the oven to make little cupcakes. We could, but we don't have to. So I am going to pour this water out. because I thought I would need extra water. I'm going to pour my batter in this big mug, so hopefully it'll accommodate it all, or it'll all be able to fit in here. Ooh, and we're going to hope for the best. Hopefully this behaves itself. I'm going to microwave it for a minute and a half, and I'm going to test it with a toothpick. If it comes out really gummy, gooey, then I'll microwave it for another minute. If you over microwave a mug cake, it's nice and moister. I know y'all don't like that word. It is a nice, delicate, slightly damp. I don't know. That doesn't sound right either, but it's a nice, not texture, moisture level in the cake. But after 5 minutes, it gets hard as a rock. So you don't want to overcook it. So I'm going to stop and microwave it, and then we'll come right back. Welcome back. Okay, so we are ready to start assembling it. I bought these cute little trifle dishes. They look almost like cups, but you're supposed to like layer stuff in here. So traditionally you should have 3 layers. One is like they say in England a sponge, which equals our equivalent of cake. You're supposed to soak it in an alcohol. We're not doing that because we don't drink alcohol. But we could soak the cake in fruit juice. But I think the fruit might create some of its own juice. You also have custard or pudding. And if you don't have pudding, which I don't think I have right now, but I'm going to substitute that for yogurt, which would make it kind of healthier. And then you also have whipped cream. If you don't like yogurt, you could do ice cream, but I think that's going to get kind of soggy after a while. Or you could just do berries, cake, and whipped cream. That's good too. So I'm going to attempt to make 2. Oh, let me show you guys the cake that I microwaved. So it looks like this. It was really puffy, and as soon as I cut the microwave off, it just shrunk down. So I tested with a toothpick right in the center. I pulled it out. It was totally dry. Hopefully I didn't overdo it. Hopefully I didn't. It was about a minute. No, almost like 2 minutes in the microwave. Yeah. What was it, a minute and a half? Yeah, about 2 minutes. Okay, so I think we're going to start with berries at the bottom. So I'm going to make 1 with yogurt, 1 without. So I have fresh raspberries here. I have some blueberries. And then you could use these little like cups of fruit. And this one happens to be peaches. You could use apple chunks. You could cut that up. I guess you could use banana, mango. It's up to you kind of what fruit you want. You could use fruit out of like a can. What is it called? Pie filling, fruit pie filling. But I'm going to use fresh fruit today. So I'm going to start with raspberries, and I'm going to scoop some up. Okay, can you guys see what I'm doing in my little jar? Now, this is here to cut the cake up. Okay, so let's do a small layer of berries. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. I hope I get this right. Not that you can really mess this up, but you know, I just want it to look nice. Okay, so I got 1 layer of raspberries. Now, I'm going to do a layer of whipped cream. There's 2 basic kinds. There's a kind in the can. Well, there's actually 3. There's a kind in the can. There's a kind in the tub. And then there's the homemade version kind. Most students, people like this stuff. You got to shake it a little bit. And then you spray it in. It is easier to contain this or like to make it... I shouldn't say contain. It's easier to make this go where you want it to go. Okay, so let's see. So I'm just pushing the nozzle on the side, and then this should squirt out. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got 2 layers here. That's looking pretty so far. Now the last thing we need is cake. So I'm gonna take my cake, and I'm just gonna pop it out of here. I hope it's cooked. I mean, it should be. Okay, that's it, baby. It doesn't look really cute or pretty, but that's okay because we're going to cut it up and put it in this trifle anyway. Okay, so I'm going to cut the top off. I could use a butter knife. I mean, I have something close to that. Oh, okay. Okay, girl. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just I'm just cutting these in like little squares. Well, strips first, but now I'm going to cut them in little squares so I can get it down into, see, oh, they're like little cubes. Ooh, these are really hot though. It's going to melt this whipped cream. Maybe I should, okay, so why don't I let that cool for a moment and I'll make the second one. And then while this is cooling, hopefully it'll be cool enough. And you know what I should have done so the juice from the fruit can soak into the cake is do whipped cream at the bottom. Now I prefer this stuff. So let's say you want to use this like I like to use it. You could use a pastry bag or frosting bag and you put the frosting tip here and you cut a little slit and then you can squeeze it through. But let's say you don't have one of these at home. What do? You improvise, or some people call it the getaway. And you put the whipped cream in here and then you cut a little hole and you make sure you squeeze that or close your bag up tight. And that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna open this up without making a hot mess. We're not gonna use that, okay. Oh my gosh. That's okay, that's real life happening. Okay, we're not gonna do that again. Okay, that looks like enough, I hope. Okay, so I'm gonna zip this up. You might wanna squeeze a little bit of the air out as well. Okay, zip this up. You know what I forgot to grab was a pair of scissors. So I'm just gonna cut a little hole at the corner over my trash can. Probably not too big. And, oh, I'm gonna put berries in first. Okay, so berries. So my blueberries, I'm just gonna shake them because they roll pretty easily. Oh wait, I was gonna do whipped cream first and then the berries so it can touch the cake. Okay, so I'm gonna squeeze this in. Yes. Now we're ready for berries. You could use strawberries. Ooh, this is gonna be so good. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure they're all in an even layer. Okay, let me touch the cake. Oh, that's cooler, sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna put the cake on here. Now, oh, this is gonna be so pretty when I'm done. Okay, not too much cake. And then this one will also get some cake on it. Okay, you guys, I finally finished. It took me longer than I thought. And in my, not rush, but in my excitement, I forgot to put a layer of the blueberry yogurt in the blueberry one. Ugh. That's okay. I will put that in there later. But, okay, I just want you guys to see. Look at that. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, my gosh. Okay, so that's the raspberry one. And then this is the blueberry one. So, again, you can use any kind of fruit that you want. The only thing with this is you kind of have to eat it pretty quickly. Once your whipped cream starts to melt, everything starts getting soggy. So thanks so much for joining me today. I cannot wait. I'm not going to eat both. One's for me and one's for my daughter. So I'm not going to eat both. But thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Hopefully you'll try this super easy, super quick. Don't forget, stay and look while you cook. Bye.